Anasema nakupenda kumbe anataka kuwa beneath you. Anasema nakupenda kumbe anataka kuwa beneath you. So usijiachilie kama njugu karanga. 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 Before doing the intro, I'm shy, guys. I'm shy. Anyway, welcome guys to my YouTube channel. Once again, it's another video with a bang. I love you guys so much. You have really been supportive. You have really been giving me so much love, commenting down there, subscribing. What, guys? We are a road to more subscribers, and it's because of your support. Kudos. Yani kudo. Wewe, let me chunga nisitingishe vitu. Kudos. Do you remember when we were in high school? Unaandika letter, una calligraph. Unaambia your boyfriend from the other side and your girlfriend from the other side. Kudos, when you may miss kudos. I don't know what it meant, but anyway, ni sawa. Kudos to you guys. Cheers, guys, for supporting me. Thank you so much. I'm the lady that your mama warned about. And today's video mmeniona nimewachezea gira. Yani mimi ni msanii. Iko wapi microphone? So I'm just being crazy. I'm always crazy. Mshanizoea sasa. I know mshanizoea. So yeah, like as I've sung, so the message of today is, and what we are discussing today is sex versus intimacy. And this is a really big topic, by the way, guys. Nimewambia aje hapo nyuma? Nimewambia aje? Wacha niwaambie tena. Sijui. Acha niwaambie hii story. Jili nikaa msikii. So usijiachilie kama njugu karanga. 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 Ai watu wangu, ndivyo tu sina njugu area leo. Sina njugu tu. Tujiwachilie kama njugu karanga. Sina njugu leo. Kwa leo sina njugu. So you guys mmekuwa mkijiachilia kama njugu karanga. Kwanza zenye zinarushwa hivi. Mmekuwa mkijiachilia kama njugu karanga, and that sucks because mbona mnajiachilia kama njugu karanga? And that's why we are discussing today, sex versus intimacy. We will discuss sex versus intimacy. And we are just friends with benefits. Describe to us what is friends with benefit. Okay, let me first start from there. Tuanzie hapo. Pa friends with benefit. Because mimi niko na mauchungu na nyinyi guys. Mbona mnajiwachilia kama njugu karanga? But leo niko na mauchungu. Chungu sana. Because you guys, you're hurting. You're outside here, you're hurting. You're crying. Month crying. Years crying. Decades crying. And it's still the same mistake. Yeah? Mkujiachilia kama njugu karanga. And when you're told, you don't want to hear. So let's get into the topic of today and discuss this thing full of energy. Because I am full of energy today and I'm here to help you guys. And subscribe, share, comment, and like to my YouTube video. Mulai kabisa. I have a lot of energy today for you guys, by the way. I have a lot of energy. Yeah, let's get into the topic. Okay, guys. So, what is sex, guys? Nani ajui sex ni nini? Tuanzie tu hapo. Who does not know what sex is? Raise your hand. I'll slap you. Kijana, msichana, I'll slap you. Slap you. Mbona hujui what is sex? So sex intercourse is whereby a guy and a lady, they come together, they do it. They shag. Let me use the word shag. They shag. So when they shag, it's because actually kuna game watu wako ball, so watu wanafurahia if FIFA ama nini inaendelea, whatever it's going on, your boyfriends know better. So like they come together and they make love. You know, that is sex. You make love to each other. Wow. And yes, so most of us, hey, nishajiingiza kwa hii mix mbona mimi siyuko kwa hii. So most of the people are doing this thing, sex. Most of them are doing this thing, and they don't understand the impact or the result as to what they are doing. Unanipata? So they just think that it's just making love and nothing beyond that. And so people are giving out their cookies outside here with a aim of receiving something or getting love, and sex maybe is a way of them showing love to other people. And sex becomes then this object of people like putting themselves outside there, sacrificing themselves. Unajanika because unataka mapenzi. Congratulations. Cheers for that. Kujianika. Cheers for that. Cheers. Kudos kwa kujifail. So they're doing that because they want to receive love. And it's the main thing. It's the main thing. Let me highlight this. It's the main thing for them doing it. So wamejianika hapa nje and they are doing it simply because like they want to show love and receive love. Not even show. They don't have even anything to show. They want to receive. They want to receive. They don't want to show anything. So where then do we draw the line of sex and intimacy? Can there be sex without intimacy? Can there be intimacy without sex? And the answer is yes. There can be, kunaweza kuwa kukona sex without intimacy. And most of the people wako hapo, maybe they're just having sex with people who they don't know, people who they don't connect with. It's just for pleasure. Like sex is a game. Like I'm doing this because I want to fulfill my sexual needs. And I'm doing it simply because I just want to be satisfied for the now, for the present. Like, and you don't see a future with this other person. So they're doing it for the now. And kuna intimacy. Yes, there can be intimacy without sex. And so I know a lot wanauliza. So what about intimacy? Sex yake itakuwa aje when there is intimacy? Can there be sex? The answer is, when there is intimacy, that's where you get to know a person fully. You get to know this person. You get to understand this person, to know the weaknesses, the strength of this person, and you still show up for this person. You still love this person. Hata kama you're not having sex together, you are intimate. Yani mko kimoja, mko intimate. You share life together, and you share a lot of information together, and you're doing life together. And so where do we understand, or where do we get the notion that people can be friends with benefits? Friends with benefits comes in whereby I'm just doing it simply because I just want you to help me at this time. Like we are friends because of something. The main goal is for us satisfying each other in terms of sexual needs. And is it destructive? Is it nimbaya? Nimbaya, like for me just doing sex because I'm just satisfying myself. I don't care about you. So, yes. Simply because you will not have great sex together if one person is getting into this sexual relationship simply because they want to satisfy themselves. So remember that this person may raise himself or herself higher than you in this thing because anataka and you're there to give it. So akikuja anakuja simply because I just want to satisfy myself. I don't care about how much I satisfy you. As long as mimi niko satisfied, then weka uko. I know sometimes it can be, you can also communicate maybe to this person and tell this person that I want you to satisfy me, I want us to satisfy each other, but hakutakuwa na intimacy. And a place where there is no intimacy, hakuna satisfaction. Yes, you will do this thing, but hakuna intimacy. Hakuna a point of view going back to the reason why I did this special thing with this person. And so sex, me basing it on the religion that I come from, that is Christianity. Sex is something that God gave us for us to enjoy together. And sex is not that is something that you just wake up and you can do it to yourself, or you can do it by yourself. You have to do it with another person. And so it's a blessing. And so imagine you being given this blessing for you to enjoy with a particular person, and you go all over the place enjoying it with different people, with people you just want to give it out to, not knowing the consequences and the repercussions that are to come. You will feel like you have left pieces of yourselves in other people's life, like umejiacha in other people's life, even in those people you call your friends with benefit. There is a level of shame, a level of feeling down when you meet them, a level of you feeling like you share something together, and was it right you sharing that thing together? And I know the right answer. Let me just niwajibie. The answer is no, because the time was not right and you did not do it with the right person. And so a lot of us are questioning, so when is it time for me to do this thing then, to do this sex? And my answer, I can just say that it's when you know who you are. No. Like, you cannot just be doing things with people, exploring other people's lives, or exploring the sexual life when you yourself, you don't know yourself, you don't know how your system works, you don't know what can make you happy, you don't know even this ujui sense ya direction yako kwa life yako iko aje. And so you keep on messing because you have not even figured out the kind of man that you want in your life. So you end up going with anybody who comes your way, benefiting with those friends with benefit, whoever comes your way, because you just want to be satisfied at the present. And it hurts because your self-worth will not be hawatakuwa najua. Those people, they won't know what you want in that sexual encounter or what you want in that sexual relationship. And so that draws me into advocating for people being intimate. Even before you have sex with a person, please be intimate with that person. Know your place in that person's life. And as for me, I am learning, and it's a learning and unlearning process of knowing that I can't just give out my cookies anyhow, simply because somebody somewhere just wants to satisfy me for the time. What about the long term? What are the long-term consequences that will come up as a result of this? For us, we are just seeing right now, and we are not seeing the future. And so that breaks a generation and breaks me so much. Yeah, because we cannot just keep on playing the picky ponky, whatever. we cannot keep on hatukuwa tunachagua hivyo. Unaona, we cannot keep on playing that and expect that tutakuwa tuko na pakamielo disco, like, and just ensure that we are going to land on whoever we land to. And so it makes great sense for you to be careful in terms of what you want in your life. Do you want intimacy that is filled with good sex, or do you want sex that has no intimacy? Like where you are just a vessel, anywhere you are just a spectator in that sexual encounter. You just there giving yourself to a person, and you don't enjoy that person fully. You don't know even the dreams of that person. And so, friends, we are here to discuss because this is a safe space. You can even comment down there on maybe what my views are and what your views are. We are allowed to be dynamic. We are all different. And so I really think that we can really get to a point of like normalizing some things, understanding that intimacy is key. And that is why we are getting many girls getting pregnant at a young age, and not even at a young age, early parenthood wanakuwa early mothers or early fathers, simply because it's something that was just driven by my desire for now. This is what I wanted for now. It is not something that I wanted for long term, and so I settled for this because I did not want intimacy. Sikutaka commitment. I did not want commitment, and so what I wanted was the joy for the present, and the joy of the present ends up coming and producing a baby. So in this process of you guys enjoying yourself and enjoying it all and not wanting to commit, you get a baby, and so you start taking care of something or a kid or whatever that you're taking care of, and when mwenyewe you don't know even what you want at the present, and so you have gotten something, ni kama umepata results what you are doing in the present, and it's a lifetime thing. So a baby is a lifetime thing, and so my advice or my highlight for the day is, do we still want to continue with this cycle? Do you want to still raise kids simply because you are enjoying the present, and so the outcomes came up, and so you have to commit for your lifetime to this kid, and it's something that you didn't even want, and it was your desires that zilikufanya ukimbie into doing this sex thing? And let me ask, what joy would we get if we waited? What joy would we get when we knew first ourselves, we understood our sexual feelings, we understood first, you know yourself, know your body parts. You don't even know your body parts. Ukiambiwa uname part fulani ya mwili yako, you don't know even the name. You are just there, you are clueless. You are just seeing these are body parts and you don't know them. So can we first navigate into knowing ourselves? Can we first know who we are, understand ourselves, and then get out there and do these things? Because it gets toxic when two people who don't know what they want, people who are enjoying just the present, come together and sire something or sire a baby out of it. And that baby is like a product of enjoying the present and not a lifelong thing. And so there comes the kid lacking intimacy. The kid lacks intimacy simply because the parents were not intimate. They were just doing it for the time being. And that calls in for all of us to be careful whenever we are doing these endeavors. Know that whenever you do this thing, don't just expect that there will not be any result, because kutakuwa na matokeo lazima ikue. And so let us be a little bit careful. I know today I'm serious because this is a serious topic and I cannot joke about it because so many people are making so many mistakes about it, and I am not happy to see people continuing to make this mistake, and I wouldn't want my sisters and brother to make this mistake. So, can we value ourselves? Can we value ourselves first? Can we be beautiful within ourselves? Can you love yourself first? Embrace yourself the way you are. Just work on yourself and then you can get out here and do these things. Unaona? Because utaendelea kufanya hivyo, you will jump from one man to another, from one woman to another, and the cycle will continue. It will never stop because una enjoy the present, and when the reality of the future will hit and slap you, you will understood like you have wasted your lifetime. You have wasted your life on different men. You have wasted your life on different women who you thought you were intimate with, and you were not. It was just for pleasure, and that will be like the most thing that you will regret. You will regret meeting your baby daddy. You will regret meeting your whatever baby mama. You will regret these things because they came out of the present. And I encourage people to live in a futuristic way, because when you live in the present, you are limited, you are clogged. You cannot be able to see far beyond where you are, and so you'll just be karangaring yourself like the njugu karangas. Unajiachilia. You are available for anyone. You are available for this thing in the clubs. You will be there giving out it because you are available. Let me live life like I've never lived before. But at the end of the day, you'll still be old. You'll still go back to your retirement location in your village, maybe, or whatever in Paris where you will go. You'll have some things to sit down and you look back and you'll be like, no, I could have done things better. I could have made better decisions with my life. I could have challenged myself to be so much focused on intimacy rather than sex, because sex cannot be the only thing that makes a marriage to stand. And I think we'll have a topic on that, the issue of marriage and sex and all of that. We'll discuss it. And so sex cannot make a relationship be good or cannot make a relationship last. It cannot. The only thing that can make a relationship last is intimacy. And so intimacy allows you to grow with this other person. Intimacy allows you to evolve with this other person. When you are growing, when you are learning something new, this person is able to embrace you and praise as you go on achieving your goals. But if it was just for sex, this person even does not know where you work, does not know even your company, does not even know the course that you're doing in the university, does not know even if you're an high school student. So it's just for the present. I don't care who you are. I don't care. It's just like you're just giving out yourself and selling yourself, and they don't care about you. But intimacy allows a portion of care, whereby you are able to care for this other person. As I'm doing this, I am caring that whatever result comes our way, I will be able to say, I love you the way you are, and I'm taking you to my home, and I will ensure that our baby is safe. Even if you're not like ready to be the baby daddy of that parent, like to marry that person, like you are going to be able to have some pity and be a part of that kid's life. And so that brings in the notion of, so why are we prioritizing sex and not intimacy? Why does the society prioritize sex rather than intimacy? I have come to discover that there is this peer pressure that comes with, intimacy requires time. Intimacy requires a lot of time. Like, it requires a lot of connection for you to put yourself in other person's shoes, for you to be empathetic. And people don't have that time. People don't have time in this world. They don't want to be empathetic. They just want to smash this. To smash this thing, hit the thing and run. Hit and run, hit and run. And so people are not willing to be submissive. People are not willing to be humble. People are not willing to learn. People are not willing to take time and know each other. And so whatever that makes the society run mad because of sex is because of the joy of now. The joy of now. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to be called like I am not doing these things and these other people are doing these things. And by the way, when you get older, this is what I've gotten to learn and heard from people, and also people have gotten to explain to me that the more you go, the more you get to see life in a perspective that it's not just about sex. I just want to have a future with this person. I just want to have more than just even sexual desires. They want friendship, they want family, they want kids, they want sustainability, they want dependency, they want just unity. And so does it mean that when we are young, we joke a lot? Does it mean when we are young, we are free? We are supposed to be free? We are supposed to be out there and doing these things because when we get older, we won't have the energy to do that? No. Actually, there are also older people who are still struggling in getting to know themselves. And that is what brings in the midlife crisis. You get to see people have been together, they have gotten married, they have babies, but it reaches an age whereby they don't know where intimacy is in their marriage. They don't know where intimacy is. Wanaanza kutafuta. The only thing that has kept them going in that marriage maybe is sex. The only thing that has kept them going maybe is because of those kids they have. The only thing that has kept them going maybe is because of that family business. The only thing that has kept them going is because they are just together. They can't hawawezi wakaachana. And so when they reach a point where they understand that there's something I'm lacking, kuna kitu ninakosa, and that thing is intimacy. That is why people divorce. It is intimacy. Because from the start, you didn't know this person. It was just sex. You didn't get to understand this person. You didn't get to know the calling of this person. You didn't get to know the future that this person was called and ordained by God to be in. You didn't get to understand the kind of life that this person wants to raise the kids in. And so you are there, you're seeing this kid raising this other partner raising the kids in a way that you didn't like, and so it disgusts you. And so a lot of pressure is happening in marriage, and intimacy then is not felt. And so people ask themselves, so why am I in this marriage? So why am I in this relationship if there is no intimacy? And that is why you get to see when people, even if you have great sex, even if you have that great sex, you are not able to amwezi mkakuwa pamoja because kuna vitu unakosa, emotional things. You cannot get support when you want support from that person. You cannot get an encouragement from that person. You cannot even get an hug when you feel like life is going down and you're about to be smashed. When things are difficult in your life, this person does not understand. This person is there asking you for sex, and when mwenyewe uko na stress ya bills, uko na stress ya vitu zako zenye they are not going through, and this person is just there telling you satisfy me, and you just see like this person is not getting it. I'm not in a state to do what like he or she wants me to do. Yeah, and so for the youths, you can be able to do it because the pressure of life that has not yet knocked into your doorstep, has not yet knocked, and the reality of life and the reality of like, you cannot choose another partner. It is me that you have chosen, and it is me that you're going to settle with. And so the reality has not hit to some of us, and so that is where we are cautioning and saying like, first, before the reality hits you, first know yourself, relax, don't be in a in a rush of doing anything. Just first chill down and relax, cool down, because there's so many things you will regret at the end of the day simply because you didn't just sit down, think within, love yourself, and think through if this is what I just want. If I just want to settle for sex, or if I just want to settle for intimacy. And so that is why our discussion of today is sex versus intimacy. And so intimacy is the key thing. You know, even I would want to go back and even explain our relationships with our parents, our relationship with our friends. So, for example, you have this friend of yours. When you want something, for example, an urgent thing, so you have this friend of yours whereby kazi yako na kwangu unamuomba kitu, yani nyi mnaombananga na mnasaidiananga. So I borrow you something, you give me. I borrow you something, you give. Maybe it's money. I borrow you, you give me. I borrow, you give me. But imagine, for example, at a time whereby you have lost a loved one, or maybe you are attending a funeral, a burial for your parent, and then this friend of yours, who is always like you're exchanging finances, does not show up in the area of your need, maybe being supportive, maybe coming through and also like patting your shoulders and saying like, sis, everything is going to be fine, don't worry, like I'm here with you, I'm together with you. And so that brings in the notion of you will start doubting, like, kwani I don't have a job right now and nobody cares, you know, but this person is sending me money. But there's that deep connection of your feelings that you want to be felt and to be heard by another person. So that is why life has this thing of connectivity, connection, friendship, relationships, and you know, all this thing that we call love. And so in intimacy, there is love. But in sex, there cannot, a possibility of no love can be there. But a place whereby intimacy is a place whereby love exists. Iko tu na love has been given room to grow. Even when you fail a person, that person still loves you. That person still embraces you for who you are. But if it is in terms of sex, hey, my battery is shutting down. Kwani leo ni kwaje? I've not charged my phone. Yes, let me pin it. Yes. So in terms of intimacy, there is love. But in sex, a person can just have sex with you, but that person does not love you. The person is just doing it because the person who maybe satisfies them is not around, or maybe the person who like gives them that, they have broken up, and so you are just an option. So do you want to be an option? Do you want to be njugu karanga? And for how long do you want to be a njugu karanga? For how long do you want just to be taken for granted? For how long do you want to be suppressed? For how long do you want to to just be an option, and that sucks, because for how long will you be an option? For how long will you be an option and not a priority? And so intimacy demands priority. Intimacy, there's priority, but in sex, you're just an option. Like, I can do it with you, I can do it with my other friend, even if you're not around. And yeah, I really think we need to get deeper. I will tackle maybe sex in marriage in the next topic, simply because I think we can tunaweza make a thread of this topic, because it's deep, it's getting deep. And so sex versus intimacy, for me, I would go for intimacy and not sex. Like, because sex, we can get to learn this thing as we go on together. We can get to explore pamoja. But intimacy is the key thing. Intimacy is the key thing. And sex without intimacy is not beautiful. It's just like you're just doing it for the sake of you're doing it. So do we suspend the judgment that your sex and intimacy can exist together, and they can also be love, and that will be the most suitable thing you will ever give yourself, and you will ever give another person. And so it sucks to see a generation that has prioritized sex rather than intimacy. And by the way, I'm not going to spare you guys. It's a safe space, and so we cannot keep on making mistakes. And I'm here like trying to and I'm here trying to correct or trying to educate, and we still make the same mistakes. And so let's prioritize intimacy, and we will reap the fruits of prioritizing intimacy. We will reap good fruits, because those fruits will be a happy marriage, a happy family. You will be happy. Your kids will have intimacy with their both parents, and you will give your partner a lifelong relationship, accountability. And so subscribe, share, comment, and like this video if it has been educative. Mwalimu wenyu. Sawa, tutaonana. Bye.